Memphis Success Episode 2 with Audria Richmond.
Want to be successful in business? Listen to Memphis Success, the voice of Memphis entrepreneurs. Be prepared to be challenged and inspired to dream big and take immediate action now.
Today's episode is sponsored by John D. Davis, CPA. He focuses on taxpayers and small businesses with their taxes. John brings several years of valuable experience as an IRS registered tax preparer. He also is offering a 10% discount on your first tax preparation, and he can be reached at 901-337-3207. Make sure you mention Memphis Success to receive your 10% off. Once again, his number is 337-3207. Now let's get to the show. Memphis Go-Getters, welcome to Memphis Success, the voice of Memphis entrepreneurs. I'm your host, Darnell Reed, where your success is Memphis Success. Today, I'm so excited to have Miss Audria Richmond on the call today just to share some wisdom and advice. Miss Audria's mission is to teach entrepreneurs how to look good visually while customizing a profitable, one-of-a-kind presence using modern branding and marketing strategies. Guys, she is amazing. I've been following her for the past couple of months. She is a Memphian, and she is a true marketing and brand genius. Yes, genius. And if you check out some of the things that she's already doing, I promise you, you will agree the same. So, Miss Richmond, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine. Thank you so much for having me.
Well, thank you for joining this call. I just know I'm just so excited. Like I said before, I've been following you with the things that you've been doing on Periscope, online. Everything is just so amazing, so amazing. So I just want to kind of kick off our show, and I always like to ask our guests this. Since we're Memphians, what is the first thing that comes to your mind when you just think about the city of Memphis?
When I think of Memphis, I think of a laid-back city that it has a very family-oriented feel to me. Mm-hmm. And I see a lot of people that like to have fun. They enjoy the music. I think of culture. Of course, we all think of barbecue. Right. But for the most part, I really think of a laid-back city that's just really just copacetic in a sense.
Cool. Well, yeah, definitely. I love Memphis. Grew up here, and just it's definitely a laid back city, and that's definitely how we are. So I just gave a brief introduction of you, but I know there's just so much more, and we're definitely going to unwrap this package. But when someone meets you for the first time, and they say, "Hey, what do you do?" If you can, just for a few seconds, explain to our audience, the Memphis Go-Getters, what exactly do you do?
Okay, so I have 3 things that I help people do. I help them gain visibility, attract clients, and make money. And I think the part that resonates with people is the make money part, right? Especially if they are aspiring entrepreneurs. But definitely the first 2 parts are very important, the gaining visibility and the attracting clients. Those are the parts that people like to ignore because they want to get straight to the make money part.
Right.
So, yeah.
Okay, cool. So, like every entrepreneur, there's a story behind, before you even got to this point. So if you can, just take us back to the time when you really decided to take the leap of faith and to become an entrepreneur, and what was really going on in your life at that time.
Oh, you're taking me way back.
Let's go back. It's not Thursday, but it's throwback. We're going to go back.
Right. Okay. Well, I'm actually celebrating 7 years of business this month. Wow. So I'm excited about being in business 7 years because I've learned so much, like so many things. But just to kind of go back and really think about what happened when I first started my business, in 2008, I had a photography company called Nubia Creative Images. And that's pretty much how I made my name here in Memphis. And I came out on the scene as being this really, really awesome self-taught photographer. And then that wandered off into graphic design. And then I ended up of course, at the time when I started my photography business, I was a flight attendant. I was working at Pinnacle Airlines at the Memphis International Airport. So like if I wasn't flying, I was down on the ground taking pictures of people. Then I go back, I fly again. And then I would say around 2009, 2010, I decided to just quit my job. I got tired of flying the friendly skies, as they say, and I decided to just quit. And I quit with no money saved. Wow. And I just decided that, hey, this is it. This has to be it. I love taking pictures. I'm amazing at it. I got clients, and little did I know I was up for a challenge because it's not as easy as I just said.
Well, let me jump in there for a second. So let me ask you this: what was it that just drove you to the point to say, okay, I'm ready to quit? Was it something on the job, or you just weren't being fulfilled, or what was it that really just got you to that point?
I felt like I was wasting my life. Oh. I felt like I was living someone else's dream. I was making someone else a millionaire and a billionaire. And I wasn't really happy and fulfilled. I got tired of being on the planes in these different hotels. I was just sick and tired of not fulfilling my dream 100% and not necessarily being 100% in. Because, you know, when people say I'm going to start a business, they're never 100% in. And I felt like in order to dedicate myself to what I was doing, I had to be 100% in, and I had to be cool with losing something. I took a risk because I didn't have any money saved. I still had a car note. I still had an apartment to pay for, but I just didn't care. I just wanted to try it out. I just had to see.
Okay, wow. Memphis Go-Getters, listen to that. Sometimes you have to be cool with losing some things, but that's just the back end. Now, we know there's some amazing things that has happened since then. So I didn't mean to interrupt you, but was there anything else you wanted to share?
No, that's pretty much it in a nutshell.
So when you left the airline company and you decided to, quit and just go out on your own, was this your bigger vision here, starting the branding aspects of things?
Actually, no. At the time when I quit my job, I quit my job twice. Okay, I had two jobs. Okay. So the first time I quit, I did it for almost, I would say about 5 years. And then I decided, you know what? I need a job. Okay. So this was back in 2013. I pretty much hit a wall. I hit a highest I can go level in my business because I've just about taken pictures of everybody in Memphis. I've done all of these different graphic design. I just felt like it wasn't nothing else to do, right? Like, where do you go from here? Like, once you've taken pictures of everybody, once you've worked, you've done so much graphic design, where do you go from here? You've pretty known locally. Where do you go from here? So I read this book called, I read two books, The E-Myth by Michael E. Gerber, and then I read Book Yourself Solid by Michael Port. And for the first time in my life, I was taught systems and a marketing system. So those are two different things. But one of the things that I realized is that I didn't know how to keep clients coming in the door. And I got tired of hustling all day, every day, hustle. So I was like, it had to be an easier way. And how do I get clients outside of Memphis without necessarily leaving Memphis? And that's when I was introduced to the online marketing space. And from there, I had an opportunity to rebrand myself. And I said, okay, Audrey, what do you want to do? And I decided that my strengths were marketing and branding because I do know how to hustle and I do know how to brand. So I decided to just teach all the things that I've learned over the past years to new and inspiring entrepreneurs and also existing entrepreneurs that are also ran into a high point in their business. Wow.
That is amazing. Memphis Go-Getters, I will say this. As I mentioned earlier, I've been following Miss Richmond for a while since I found out about her, and I've seen some of the work that she has done for some other entrepreneurs. And when you talk about big brands, and I know she'll jump into that, I promise you she'll definitely turn your brand and make it definitely look amazing. So let me ask you this, Audrey, what was a time where, a lot of times when we get started as business owners, we're faced with a lot of challenges. So if you don't mind, tell me a story of one of your biggest challenges or disappointments as an entrepreneur. Once you get out there, you maybe be thinking these amazing things, but then unfortunately some challenges may come into come into place. But if you can, just tell us about those challenges, and then how were you able to bounce back from it?
The biggest challenge is wondering how you're going to pay your bills next month.
Right.
It's not like a job where you get a check on the 1st and 15th. You actually have to be responsible for creating your recurring revenue. So, I would say that is a big one. The second one is like having faith. Like if you don't have faith in what you're doing, don't do it. Like keep your job, you'll be better there. Because if you don't have faith in what you're doing, you're not going to be passionate about it and you're not going to hustle. But I would say one of the biggest disappointment as being an entrepreneur was the first time I got sued for something that was so unfair and so mean and so cruel. And I felt like it was just the end of my design career. I felt like I had to just just drop my business and just quit. And I don't know if anybody's an entrepreneur or if they've been sued or accused of something that they didn't do. That's a horrible feeling. Wow. And it also will question your path. Like, do I supposed to be doing this? Should I be an entrepreneur? So I would say that was probably one of the most challenging moments in my career to date. And that was probably the only thing, because I could deal with the other stuff. The other stuff seemed small, but to be accused of something that you didn't do, especially when you have over delivered with this particular person, that hurts.
Wow.
So, yeah.
So let me ask you that. I mean, that's huge. And, luckily I've never been sued, but let me ask you that, because that definitely could be devastating, mentally, financially. Was there one thing, what keeps you going from that?
Just knowing that people are still emailing me, people are still tweeting me, people are still sharing my stuff, people like yourself, still asking to interview me. So I still feel like I'm providing value into the world. So as long as I can get validation from my peers and my family members and the people that support me, not only spiritually and mentally, but also financially, I'm going to continue to do what I'm doing. So that's what keeps me going.
Well, that is awesome. Awesome. Memphis Go-Getters, just listen. I mean, that was a huge roadblock, but she still has that support. She still is validated by her customers, that she knows that she needs to continue on pursuing this passion and desire that's been placed on her to achieve. So, wow. Thank you for that story. So let me ask you this. And I call this our big shift moment in our business. So just take us to the moment in time when you had experienced or learned something new that really helped shift your business to the next level.
Systems.
Systems
like automation, being able, like really truly understanding what an email list is, really understanding what automation is, and really understand that if I set something up, it's going to work for me while I sleep. Like last night, I had 2 people sign up for my VIP program. And I was asleep. So it's true, like I'm making money in my sleep. And then just being able to understand marketing and the different types of marketing, because, when you have a brick and mortar business, which is probably, what I had for most of my career, you get used to hustling all the time, going to events and things like that. And it's typically offline. But when you're talking about an online business, it's a whole nother set of rules. It's a whole nother set of strategies and things that you have to learn. And when I learned all of these things being online, I had never made so much money in my business ever in my whole 7 years of being in business. So last year, I was able to reach over 6 figures, and I'm talking about literally just Skyping, coaching clients, running a group program, literally not having to leave the house at all. So to be able to make more money sitting at the house, and not even make that much money just working out in my job, in my physical brick and mortar business, it really just opened my mind up to a new opportunity. So to answer your question, seeing how online business work really kind of changed my whole mindset around business.
Wow. Guys, Memphis Go-Getters, that is powerful. You definitely have to have systems. There's automation tools out there that you can use, and we're going to learn a little bit more about what she does there, but that is definitely huge and things that I'm definitely using as well with Memphis Success. So as we move on, I really want to know today, what is going on in your business? So if you can, I know you got a lot going on, like you mentioned earlier when we talked. So, but what is the one thing that you're most excited about today in your business?
The Building Big Brands program. I feel like I've done so many great things, but I feel like this is the most amazing thing that I've put my heart and time and energy into. I've also focused. Let me say that again, because we don't focus as entrepreneurs. As entrepreneurs, we have so many ideas. I want to do this. I want to do this. I want to do this. But for the first time in my life, in my career, I decided to only focus on one project and one brand and make it amazing. And that's Building Big Brands. And basically, Building Big Brands came out of me seeing so many entrepreneurs missing key elements in their business. So the Building Big Brands program is built off of 4 pillars: strategy, branding, systems, and marketing. And when I was in business, I felt like I'm really cold-blooded with marketing in the sense of I know how to hustle, but I didn't know how to do it strategically. And that's where the strategy comes into place. And then when I started learning systems, I was like blown away. And of course, I do branding. So that was a no-brainer for me. So once I started putting those 4 things together in every project that I started, I always made it amazing. It always succeeded. So to date, I would say the Building Big Brands program, and it's now a membership, is definitely where my best work is. And that's the best place that I can help entrepreneurs.
Okay, awesome. Please, Memphis Go-Getters, if you're ready to take your brand to the next level, definitely check out Building Big Brands with Audrey Richmond. Like I said before, I have seen the work that she has done, and she probably even know this, but man, it's some amazing things that she has definitely put out there for some of her clients. Now, also, now from a long-term perspective, if you can, what do you see your business being at, 3 to 5 years from now?
I would say my original goal was to be global, but that already kind of surpassed. That happened within the first few months of being online. I was like, yeah, I want to have some international clients. So that's no longer a goal. But I would say in the next 3 to 5 years, I would like to have, let's just say, at least 500 students or over $1 million in sales with the Building Big Brands program. So that's my really, really big goal at this point. And also, even though this is personal, but to get out of debt. So get out of debt, make my first $1 million. So yeah.
All right, cool. Now, I call this our lightning round questions. And it's just a few questions where we can just dive a little deeper, and you can give me short answers or long answers, whatever you please. But we can go ahead and jump right into it. Was there anything holding you back from becoming an entrepreneur?
That's a great question. No, fear. And I wouldn't even say fear. So no. Okay. No.
Hey, as a small business owner, you're going to need help with your taxes. Look, I learned. Contact John Davis, CPA. His number is 901-337-3207. Make sure you mention Memphis Success and receive 10% off on your first package with him. Now back to the show. Now, what is the best advice you have ever received?
Wow, that's an awesome question. Out of all my years in business, be cool with saying no. Be cool with saying no. Don't say yes to everything.
Yeah, I definitely agree. You definitely can't be a yes man. And they'll run you crazy. So, and I think that also goes back down to being focused as well. A lot of decisions, some of the best decisions are when you say no to some things and can stay focused on what you're working on. So I know you may have talked a little bit about this already, but what do you read, watch, or listen to keep you inspired and motivated?
I read business books. If it's a business book, especially a business book on marketing, branding, sales, especially I've been into automation books, and then I just picked up some membership books. So business books in general. And then what I watch is The Profit. I love that book.
I love the show as well.
I was in love with Shark Tank. Yeah, I was in love with Shark Tank, and then I found out about The Prophet, and I bought all the seasons. So that's what I'm overindulging in right now, The Prophet.
Yeah, it's definitely a great show. I'm watching The Prophet, as well as Shark Tank. I definitely, I think Shark Tank has fell off just a little bit. I don't know, but I guess I'm preferring The Prophet, and American Greed as well.
Right. Yes.
So, is there an online application or tool? For example, I use Get Response for my email automation, as well as Optimize Press for to build out some of my websites, or WordPress. Yeah, is there any particular tool that you use that you've seen, helpful in helping you become more productive that we could share as well?
Infusionsoft. Now, this is okay. I'm gonna give you a big daddy and a little daddy. Big daddy is Infusionsoft, and this is this is Infusionsoft, and then a new tool. And maybe it's not in the business category, so to speak, but I feel like it's gonna really grow your business. Is Periscope. I am in love with Periscope right now. And to be a person that's always scared of being live, so to speak, I just always had this fear of people going to see me. What if my head is too big? What is my hair too big? Like all of these different insecurities. And I feel like Periscope has allowed me to break through that barrier, and it has been an awesome opportunity for my business because I've been building my email list. I've gotten a couple clients from Periscope. So definitely Periscope on a little daddy level.
Okay. Well, yeah, I definitely believe Periscope is definitely changing the game, where people can be more interactive. It's easy to allow people to join. Now a lot of the technical aspects of some of the other webinar tools that are available. And so I definitely foresee myself using Periscope in the near future to better connect with my audience as well. And I will definitely say, Audrey, you've already done an awesome job connecting with people. I love your style, the way that you do it on Periscope. You bring that energy, you bring laughter, fun, but more importantly, you're bringing very strong content when you speak on Periscope. So, hey, you're doing an amazing job and definitely laying out the template of how you should do it. So with that being said,
thank you. I appreciate that.
Hey, no problem. No problem. Now, you've already mentioned this, but is there a book you would recommend for our listeners? I actually have read E-Myth a couple of times, and so I definitely understand when you were talking about systems, but is there another book that you would recommend to our Memphis Go-Getters?
Yes. Typically I recommend the same books. But today I actually want to recommend, this book that I finished up in about a week because it was so powerful, and it was talking about, the name of the book is called Procrastinate on Purpose by Rory Vaden. And he said 5 permissions to multiply your time. And one of the biggest takeaways from this book that I've learned is that what are you working on today that's going to be significant for tomorrow? Wow. Because we always operate from this huge to-do list, but have we ever really just looked at our to-do list and asked ourselves, is this in alignment with where I want to go? And is this significant? And if the answer is no, let it go. So this book has really allowed me to really kind of reevaluate what I've been focusing on and really ask myself, is it significant? So just to give you another example, let's just say, for me, I've been wanting to write a book. I know that me writing a book is going to be significant. So that should be on my list as opposed to me, I need to tweet today. That's not significant. I mean, it's cool for the moment, but it's not significant. So basically what he's saying is just focusing on significant things that's going to really grow your business.
Wow. Focusing on significant things. I like that you said, if it's no, don't do it, or if it's not significant, don't do it. I may have messed up the quote. I jacked it up, but hey, but no, that's definitely true, and I wholeheartedly agree on that. And Memphis Go-Getters, all of these points that she is sharing, I definitely will have them in our show notes. So please visit memphissuccess.com memphis.com and look for the interview section and find Audrey Richmond. And that's where I'll list all of these books and other tools that she has mentioned. So just keep going. Is there a particular success quote that you live by?
Yes, it is. The first step to anything great is the first step.
Wow. Okay. You gotta take.
It's that simple. Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Cool. So I had a few more questions. Now, this is just a little tricky question here for you. So I hope you're sitting down.
Okay.
If you had $100 to spend to be a successful entrepreneur, how would you invest this money? Now, there's 4 areas where you could invest this money. 1 is leadership. 2 is hustle. 3 is education. And 4 is networking. So once again, if you had $100 to invest in these 4 areas, how would you spend your money to become an awesome entrepreneur?
I would spend 100% in education. And the reason I say 100% of that money goes into education is because I remember asking people, can you help me? I remember networking and asking people, can you help me with this? And people would say, no, I ain't got time. So when I started, because I used to hate reading until I was a flight attendant. And when I realized that I was able to learn what I needed to know from people that had been doing it for years in a book, I became addicted to reading because I no longer had to be at the feet of other people begging them to help me. So I would say education all day.
Okay, wow. Hey, I definitely agree. I heard this quote that says, leaders are readers. And so I definitely try to read at least 1 book a month to continue to renew my mind, educate myself. And they always talk about, you want to be around successful people. If you want to be a millionaire, you try to get around millionaires. Well, the easiest way to go do that, Memphis Go Getter, is to purchase a millionaire's book and definitely read and understand maybe their viewpoints that will help educate you and change the way that you're thinking. So, I definitely agree. Education is very key and very important. And I'm assuming, I know you probably continue to educate yourself through courses and books and such.
Yes. I mean, that is an awesome question. I'm like, goodness, that's a periscope. I love it. Thank you for asking.
Well, hey, we just have a few more questions. And this one here is, what does Memphis success mean to you?
Being able to thrive in Memphis, having no excuses, getting it done, being active, showing up in the community, and giving back.
Awesome. Yeah, I definitely agree. Through entrepreneurship, my vision is as we increase entrepreneurship here, we'll be able to hire more people and just change the economics of the city and definitely, allow Memphis to be a success. So, Miss Richmond, thank you very much. Can you please share any last words of advice or tell our audience how they can learn more about you and your business?
Yes. I'm not going to be like, yeah, everybody go check out this, don't buy this. No, I want to invite you guys to a free training video that I have on my website. It's called 10 Steps to Launching a Premium Brand. The reason that I always will keep this training up is because this is the training that introduced me to 6 figures. If it wasn't for this particular training, I would not be online. No one would know who I am in the online space. And I feel like this particular training really set the tone for getting well respected in my field. And it's also the anniversary edition. So I've since uploaded and redone it and all of that cool stuff. And I would like to invite people to that for free by going to ardriarichmond.com. And of course, you can follow me on any social media platform at Ardria Richmond.
Okay, awesome. Once again, Memphis Go Getters, you can visit as well, memphissuccess.com. Look for the show notes for Audrey Richmond. I will have the links there, linking back to her website where you can join her as well and learn amazing building brick brand techniques from her. Once again, please rate and review our show. And Memphis Go Getters, you know what to do. Dream big, take action, and make money.
Thank you for listening to Memphis Success, the voice of Memphis entrepreneurs. Sign up now at memphissuccess.com to become a Memphis Go-Getter and receive all the latest information and free gifts. Because your success is Memphis Success.